Hey guys, I know I've been putting this off for a while, and I'm sorry, but I've just been really busy. I didn't get a chance to get to this before I went out of town, and I've gotten back, and it's been crazy. I've been at work doing a lot of stuff, but I promised that I'd get this video up today, so I'm doing it now. There have been a few changes in information that I know since I made my first guide video. So what I'm going to do now is kind of go over the updated setup of how I play now compared to my original first video. So the first thing I'm going to jump into is key farming. My key farming spec for this build, I'm a big fan personally of Avarice and Boon to the Hoarder. It kind of knocks out two things at once. You can get your gold, but you're also still farming keys. That way you don't have to do quite as many puzzle rings, especially if you're a casual player, kind of like me, and you don't necessarily have the time to play as much as some of the other guys that are now 15, 16, 1700 Paragon. The biggest change is the fact that the furnace is no longer used in the cube. The damage against elites modifier from the furnace does not affect the manald heal proc, and also lightning skills damage on either your amulet, your bracers, etc. That also does not affect the damage of manald heal proc. The only thing you want is one elemental damage roll to manipulate what your Archon skills damage do. That way you could still proc manald. So now, when I'm speed farming, I use an Enjom, and as long as you kill 2 elites, not having the Zodiac will allow for you to have 100% Archon uptime, even with the Avarice Boon of the Hoarder combo, as opposed to having a Zodiac. Now, if you do manage to get caught out without having killed 2 elites, most of the time you'll be okay, and you shouldn't have any issues surviving normal torment level difficulty without it. So that's no worry. Enjom, Nemesis bracers, etc. The skills stay the same. I use force weapon. I don't use the deflection, because in torments you really don't need it at all. You're one-shotting essentially everything. Your passive stays the same. I still use energy armor just in case you get that unlucky molten explosion or something. Now, like I said, in the cube, I changed Starfire. You still have the royal ring. Now, if you're doing GRs in a group, I still like to use the blood bracer, and the thing that has changed, has gone to the meta, is using a dagger for the attack speed. The faster you can attack, the faster you can proc paralysis, and therefore the faster you can do your damage. And then you swap back to the Zodiac for GRs, because you're not going to be collecting gold in a Greater Rift anyway. And if you have a good group, you could, if you're just doing speeds and you don't have a Z-Barb or Z-Monk or whatever, you could still use Nemesis bracers if you want, but I like having the extra shield, especially when you start doing 85, 90, just for that brief amount of time you're outside of Archon and you have the chance to get one shot. So having, with that setup, you would go back to deflection on your magic weapon. This is my speed setup, and earlier on, when I was talking about the key farming, you may wonder why I had Zays and not Bane of the Trapped. I've just found that Zays works better in regular torment farming. For me specifically, for screen clear, you just teleport in, you kind of do a 360 with your beam, and it hits everything as far away as you can, and the Zays did more consistent damage for me than it seemed with the Bane of the Trap, because essentially you're one-shotting everything anyway, but it's nice having that extended range. Now, when you're solo pushing, I've seen that people have swapped up to use the Rancer's Folly with the Cold Tornado, which is this one, I believe. I haven't really done much solo pushing with this build. The last time I soloed, I did an 85, and that was it. It was just for fun. I was still using deflection and the blood bracer and everything, so that didn't really change much of anything. For me, and I haven't tried it with the Energy Twister setup, but I've seen it used, and the Energy Twister setup with the Rancer's Folly is very nice for grouping mobs, and then when you pop Archon with your 4 stack of Taurashas, you can maintain your max distance damage buff a lot easier while they're still grouped from a lasting tornado. So that's how I've seen it played. I haven't personally played much of it yet, but that's pretty much the variant. Skills damage does not work, but the flat lightning damage from the Starfire still does, and the reason is because the Starfire legendary affix is lightning damage is increased, whereas on gear it's lightning skills deal more damage, and the manald heal proc is not a skill, so therefore it will that's why it doesn't affect the damage. Other than that, I don't think there's anything else really worth mentioning. Like I said, I just wanted to let you guys know the slight changes that I've made since making the first video, because more information has come out. I guess the other thing I should touch on real quick is CC immunity. It seems as though even with the monster's built-in CC immunity defense, it doesn't stop manald heal proc, from what I've been told. Sometimes you just get really unlucky with proc rates. Other than that, I really like having the Injom Boon of the Hoarder combo. You can fly through Nephilim Rifts pretty quickly, even in a 4-man group, once your gear has progressed rather well. The worst part about it, just like with almost any speed farming spec, is if you get a lack of elites, you could really have a tough time just keeping your mobility up. But other than that, you know, for the most part, you could just run around and one-shot everything, get your keys, and continue moving on. The movement speed bonus from the Boon of the Hoarder Avarice combo is really nice. It helps keep you moving and going rather quickly. I did forget my Nemesis bracers. I'm glad I swapped back to those. But other than that, you know, that's the build. Those are the updates. I'll continue to update you guys as I know more. But right now, it was just a pretty simple, straightforward setup. A few things have changed, like I said, since the last time I made the video. I'm sorry I didn't get to it sooner, but I've just been crazy busy. The major was awesome. It was so much fun. It was really cool meeting everybody there as well. Got to meet one of my stream mods, Canadian Snipe. He came and hung out with us, so it was a great time. You know, I'll be able to talk about it more with you guys, like on stream and everything. But other than that, I appreciate you guys watching. Thank you for all the love that the first video got. It's been pretty crazy to see. I'm glad I was able to help. I know for the most part, I don't have the greatest production quality. I'm not really familiar with doing the YouTube video process, but we're learning, and we'll get there. It sucks that I got this map when I'm trying to like show off the mobility of the build, because this map is really shitty. It's so dry, you know, half the time you don't get any monsters to kill. But as you can see, I'm running through T12 pretty easily. I could do T13, no problem. Especially on like a nice outdoor map or something, it would be so quick. But right now, just for demonstration purposes, I put it on T12 because that's what I was based on last night, because I was carrying a few people through some key runs. But anyway, I hope you guys have a good one. Thank you for watching. I really appreciate it. I was hoping this rift would be shorter so I could just, you know, go through the key, get to the Guardian by the time I finished saying everything I needed to say, but it's been an absolutely terrible rift, so I'll probably just go ahead and cut it off here. I can leave the gameplay up, I guess, at the end of the video, maybe run some music in the background or something. Who knows if you guys would want to watch the gameplay, but it's pretty standard, and if you have a wizard already yourself, you know, there's really not anything else to see here. But anyway, oh nice, outdoor map. Anyway, thank you guys for watching. I really do appreciate it. Yeah, this, on a map like this is where the build will really shine, simply because you can just kill everything, and you've got so many elites that you're always going to be an Archon. You'll be able to get your death breaths, no problem, get your gold, pick up your legendaries and everything. You'll just fly through it, see? And your teleport is insanely fast. You've just got so much mobility, and then with the pickup radius from the Avarice band, like, this is about as efficient, if not faster, because of the quicker cooldown on teleport than, say, a Sunwuko or a Lawn Monk. A Lawn Monk may be a bit quicker simply because of how much attack speed you have on a Lawn Monk. It really shortens the dashing strike animation, but you can see on a map like this, I've always got my Archon up because I can always bounce between elites just that quickly, and it refreshes my in-jom. But there you go, guys. Thank you for watching. I appreciate it. I hope it helped. I hope the new information helps you guys out. If you have any specific questions about something that I may have missed, because I'm really good at that, just let me know, and I will answer in the comments. I try to stay really active in the comment section. So thank you, guys. I appreciate it, and I will see you all on stream.